What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Is Big E announcing his retirement tonight? Major plans for CM Punk? Why Survivor Series was actually average? The real reason why Shinsuke Nakamura won the US title? Why WWE didn't have Kevin Owens at Survivor Series? Is Dominik Mysterio leaving the Judgment Day? Confusion about Jade Cargill's health status, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. And now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Now, first story looks at is Big E preparing fans for his retirement. Now, top of today's news is a heartwarming article from Big E that suggests he'll announce his retirement at tonight's New Day 10-year anniversary celebration. Big E wrote a very touching recollection of his life and career in an article at the Players Tribune, including this key passage where he actually talks about having never a vision for his future before, but having one now. Which is ironic, I guess, since I broke my neck and can't wrestle, but I'm at peace. And if that's truly a wrap on my in-ring career, I'm excited to explore the paths that are opening up for me in its wake. Whether it's working for WWE outside the ring, or it's hosting, or acting, or voice work, or filmmaking, or so many other things. Big E hasn't wrestled since his 2022 neck injury, leading to fans wondering whether a return was even possible. Doctors have monitored the situation, but the more time that passes, the more questions that seem to be then answers. Big E discussed the many things available besides competing. I feel like there's still so many parts of myself for me to discover. I feel like I've spent the last 10 years with Woods and Kofi on this amazing life-changing project, trying to perform a version of wrestling that's in the image of all things we love, and I want to find out how far I can stretch that project past wrestling. I want to see if I can actually create some of those things we love. Now, do you think Big E will announce his retirement tonight? Next up, major plans for CM Punk. The WWE announced that CM Punk will appear at the 2025 Elimination Chamber. Punk is being advertised for the event, and while there's no guarantee he'll appear, as this wouldn't be the first time WWE advertised someone only for a wrestler not to appear, it makes sense that this is the final show before WrestleMania 41, and it could line things up for the rumored Seth Rollins vs Punk grudge match at this year's show of shows. Next up, why Survivor Series was average. A Survivor Series has entered the history books, and while many fans seem to have enjoyed the Triple Threat and Men's War Games match, the same fans point to the rest of the show as average at best. So what happened, and why was Survivor Series a mid-show? According to WrestleVotes, this was possibly by design. Tonight marked the unofficial start of one of the most important and unpredictable stretch in WWE history. Over the next 140 days, the return of Saturday night's main event, Raw's Netflix debut, a second Saturday night's main event on NBC, a dome-sized Royal Rumble, the Chamber at the Sky Dome, and both nights of WrestleMania 41. So if Survivor Series felt somewhat underwhelming to you, it was likely by design. Now, not everyone is buying this explanation, and with good reason. While the WWE wants to pace itself with so many big shows and not burn fans out, the idea of intentionally easing back on the throttle for a major PLE seems short-sighted. The WWE has conditioned fans to expect big things at PLEs, and if they start slowing things down, fans may be less inclined to watch them on TV or pay to see them. Pro wrestling has always been about balance and pacing, and wise promoters give fans a variety of match styles and ensure that fans aren't burnt out by the main event. Now, although we're not throwing stones at WrestleVotes, this tweet sounds more akin to a publicity statement than a reflection of the WWE Survivor Series booking strategy. Next up is Gunther turning babyface. Now, is current World Heavyweight Champion Gunther turning babyface? Gunther's disgust with Finn Balor attacking the Ring General's opponent Damian Priest at Survivor Series led to Gunther leveling Balor. This and Gunther's show of respect to certain opponents has fans wondering whether the WWE is presenting Gunther as a tweener or preparing fans for an eventual babyface turn. Figure 4 Online's Brian Alvarez discussed a Gunther turn on the recent Wrestling Observer Radio, speculating Gunther may not turn until after he wrestles Goldberg. Given Triple H's methodical or glacial, depending on your opinion, booking, it wouldn't be a shocker to see things play out slowly, with a turn finally coming sometime after WrestleMania. Next up, Drew McIntyre's first WWE return opponent is huge. Could Gunther face Drew McIntyre next? Well, it appears that the Ring General is finished with the former World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest, as Priest will probably be fighting Finn Balor again. But now rumor has it that Drew McIntyre may return to battle Gunther. The two are no strangers to each other, having fought over the Intercontinental Championship during Gunther's record reign. Keep in mind that these are just rumors, as there have been no confirmed reports of Drew's official return, other than WWE planning it. If Drew does fight Gunther, this could further Gunther's transformation into a babyface, as the WWE doesn't book heel versus heel matches often. Whatever the case, both men have had fantastic matches against each other before, and a new series could be even better, especially with the world title at stake. Next up, why WWE didn't have Kevin Owens at Survivor Series. If you're wondering why Cody Rhodes didn't wrestle Kevin Owens at Survivor Series, well, several reasons have been discussed, including that WWE didn't want the match to be overshadowed by War Games, or that the promotion wanted to use it to headline Saturday night's main event. Ex-user HoopsKing107 tweeted how the PLE's location in Vancouver, Canada was a deal breaker. I think the main reason why Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens was not on Survivor Series is because the show was in Canada, and WWE didn't want KO getting an overwhelmingly positive response. That wouldn't look good for the casual viewers tuning in and figuring Kevin must be right. Interestingly, Kevin Owens took notice of the tweet, responding, "Is this why?" tagging in a variety of people. The prize fighter later told fans, "Doesn't matter, the entire world knows I'm right." Do you think Owens' anger is justified? What about the idea that WWE didn't want to risk Cody being booed in Canada? Next up, the real reason why Shinsuke Nakamura won the US title. It looks like Shinsuke Nakamura's US Championship victory over LA Knight at Survivor Series has international implications, at least according to The Observer. Shinsuke Nakamura's US title win was pushed big in Noah because Nakamura vs Ulka Sasaki will be on the Noah show in Budokan Hall. Shinsuke's win could have another international implication. Recall the rumors that WWE's last big push of Shinsuke, which included a program against Cody Rhodes, was designed to encourage Japanese wrestlers considering a jump to WWE to sign a deal. The idea being to prove Triple H's booking of Japanese wrestlers was far better than that of Vince McMahon's. Do you think Shinsuke's title win could convince other Japanese wrestlers to sign with the promotion? Next up, is Dominik Mysterio leaving the Judgment Day? Is Dominik Mysterio leaving the Judgment Day, and if so, will he turn babyface? Tensions have been high between Dominik and fellow Judgment Day member Finn Balor, leading to speculation that Dominik may quit the group. Sportskeeda recently wrote that clues such as Finn Balor not wanting Dominik's help against Damian Priest, Finn's possible frustration at Dominik beating Priest while he couldn't, and Dominik's absence from the Survivor Series assault on Damian Priest are all signs that Mysterio will leave or be kicked out. They noted Dominik doesn't have to turn babyface and discuss whether Liv Morgan would leave with Dirty Dom. Both questions are fascinating because Dirty Dom doesn't need to be a babyface and Liv is crushing it as a heel. In our opinion, Dominik should never turn babyface. He plays a heel just so tremendously well. Next up, confusion about Jade Cargill's health status. A confusion continues about Jade Cargill's physical status. As we reported last week, there were conflicting reports about one half of the women's tag team champions, with one news site stating the injury was just a kayfabe one, and another stating its sources told her that Cargill is legitimately injured. And iFightful select Sean Ross Sapp is adding to the story, noting she's on their internal injury list, as best as I know. While this supports the theory that Cargill's injury isn't a kayfabe one, there's no word on what the injury is or the time frame of a return. The WWE has yet to announce what its plans are for the Women's Tag Team Championship if Jade will be unable to compete for months. Next up, will Matt Riddle work again in TNA? Could Matt Riddle become a regular in TNA wrestling? Well, Riddle's surprise appearance at TNA's Turning Point event led to speculation whether wrestling's Ultimate Bro will work more shows. However, Fightful Select is reporting people we spoke to in TNA said they were happy about the live reception to Riddle, but wouldn't commit to using him again in the future. Riddle is a talented and charismatic wrestler, but he brings considerable baggage with him, which may be why TNA is reluctant to sign him. Next up, an AEW Tag Team Champion is now a free agent. Now it's official, former AEW World Champion Penta El Zero of the Lucha Brothers is a free agent. Fightful Select recently reported Penta's AEW contract expired, which means he can work anywhere. Although it's currently believed Penta will show up in WWE, his brother's AEW contract won't end until sometime in 2025. Rumor has it that Penta is interested in working select indie dates. And finally, big news for Canadian WWE fans. And last but not least, the WWE's Canadian fans who have Netflix have a lot to look forward to in 2025. A new report from PW Chronicle revealed Paul Triple H Levesque reveals that Canada will be part of the 80% of the globe that will see Netflix feature Raw, NXT, SmackDown, and all the premium live events starting in January 2025. WWE on Netflix in the US will be different. Netflix's acquisition of the WWE content for international markets, including Canada, has fans believing the streaming service will eventually acquire all the rights to the WWE content for the US once the WWE's contract with Peacock ends. If so, it'll be interesting to see how much Netflix forks over for the rights and whether the WWE courts other bidders. They have a huge library, and this, along with the WWE's popularity, makes it attractive to companies looking for content. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.